Hey, welcome back to my channel, Best Practice Gaming. My name is Rob. In addition to playing expeditions, I made a goal to visit all the trails in this book here. During the summer, which it is now, I started a little while ago. I've already visited all the coastal areas. Today I'm doing 3 trails because they're all in the same area, so I want to get them done all in one day. It's the Beaver Lake Trail, the Belle Isle Trail, and the Texas Beach Trail, all located right next to each other in Richmond, Virginia. So I'm going to be driving up that way, and this is just my introduction video to say which trails I'll be doing. And then when I get to each trail, I'll do a small video about the features of each trail and what they are and what their benefits. And then of course I'll do videos where I follow up while I'm on the trails, and then for each trail I'll have its own follow-up video. And any interesting information I find on the trails will definitely go into these videos. I do plan on buying a more professional camera than just my phone camera. I'm also learning about editing and other stuff, so hopefully all this will definitely get better. But so far, visiting all these trails in Virginia is actually really nice, and I'm really enjoying it, and I definitely recommend anybody who's interested in doing this to give it a shot. Of course, the book I'm using here is Hiking with Kids in Virginia, 52 Great Hikes for Families. And I chose this book out of all the others because this one seemed like the easiest to tackle. Some of the other trails are just, or some of the other trail books are like the real deal, going out into the bush for like maybe days or weeks on end. So that's not the whole point of what I'm doing here. The whole point is just to visit different state parks in Virginia in one summer, or as long as it takes for me to hit every trail in this book. With all that being said, I'll be heading to the grocery store. It's still pretty early out, so it'll probably take me at least an hour to get over there to Richmond. But I'll be going to the grocery store and getting some more provisions that I didn't have here at my house. So all that being said, I will catch you guys in the next video for these trails. Take it easy. Hey, welcome back to my channel, Best Practice Gaming. I finally made it to Pocahontas State Park. It took me like an hour and a half to get out this way. It's definitely worth it. I do have the book with me, but I'm actually just going to read off the Pocahontas card I bought for the pen I bought for my backpack. So for each park that I visit, I have to go back to the previous parks to get these or order them offline. I'm going to get pins to attach to my backpack to signify that I went there. So Pocahontas offers boating, picnicking, camping cabins, 64 plus miles of trails and nature history programs. The Aquatic Center, which has a toddler pool, fountain, wet deck, 3-foot and 5-foot deep leisure pools, an activity pool, and 2 tubular water slides, affords seasonal water-based activities for all. 3 lakes offer plenty of fishing. Boat rentals are available seasonally by the 225-acre Swift Creek Lake. The Civilian Conservation Corps Museum, which I plan to visit, which is right over there, is dedicated to the Depression-era workers who helped build the state park system and is one of the handful in a nation. So this place has a lot to do. I'm going to visit the Beaver Trail. I'm definitely going to give trail updates while I'm on it. This is one of 3 trails I'm doing today because these trails are very far away from where I live, so I want to get them all finished in one day. So I better get to stepping, and I will talk to you guys later. Take it easy. Hey, I'm back. I'm just doing a mid-trail check-in here. Actually, probably just a trail check-in. I don't think I'm halfway through it yet. And I just found a little place off the trail to do a check-in, a nice little area here, so I'm going to show that. So far, I'm having a good time. It did take me a minute to actually find the trail. For a little while, I was just actually walking on a trail that went along the beaver trail. But I finally got my bearings straight and I got onto the trail here. All in all, it's not a bad trail here. I'm just walking back up the path here. This is a path. If anybody wants to come and see this spot, this is a path that's slightly off the trail. And this is it right here. And it's sort of at a crossroads up here on the main trail. So I have to try to figure out my way from here, but I think there's only one way. I don't know. Maybe I'll come back and make an ASMR video about running water back there. Wouldn't be too bad. I think I know the correct way here. So this is the crossways I was talking about. And there's a marker over there, so I'm gonna see that. But if anybody's ever interested in coming to this part, it goes that way. And then you can tell because there's a blue marker on the tree. All right, I'm gonna keep going here. Next check-in will probably when I just stop to eat something. So I will catch you guys next video. Hey, this is Rob. I'm back with my channel with a mid-trail report. All in all, this is not a bad trail. I'm actually really enjoying it. I just finished hiking through like a marshland section. Again, it's very surprising to me how much the state parks in Virginia represent Elder Scrolls Morrowind from ground to how the game actually looks. It's very surprising. I'm actually right here now. I'm up on a hill. The marshland is down there if you can see it. And I'm just taking a break here to eat some snacks before I continue on. I think there's a waterfall on this trail too, so I'm definitely going to record that and film that. I was putting all of this up on my channel, Best Practice Gaming, and another personal channel that I had retired, but I brought back with this series. And then I'm going to start posting all of this on Facebook. I didn't actually think of this until today. I am now getting a pin for every park I go to. This is the Pocahontas State Park with the Beaver Trail. And unless I go hiking back at those previous parks, I think I'm just going to order pins online for the last previous parks I've been to, including Belle Isle State Park, Windsor Castle, stuff like that. Excuse me. I did take my allergy medication, so that's why I can do this. I have very serious allergy medication that allows me to go out into the world. Next week, I'll be starting my new on-the-job training for my new job. I'll be delivering the mail. I definitely wanted work that was more walking based and more world based than what I had been doing with IT in Ferguson. If there's an option to move up in the postal office and do IT, I'll probably end up doing that. Summer's coming. Cool thing about being with the post office is that I'm told that, you know, once you're in, and you can, even now, even during your like 90-day trial period, you can still apply for any position. So that's what I'm gonna do. For anybody who's interested in working with the post office, if it's like nice and cool in your area, there definitely were hiring in my area of Hampton, but they could be hiring in other parts of the state. So I definitely go to usps.gov and give it a shot if you're looking for a position to generate some income. I won't talk about the pay or anything like that, but I did have to go through driving school. I had to go through like a 4-day course, and then next week is like 4-day on the job training. It's like 3 days of just getting acclimated to the position. I think the hardest part is probably just going to be walking, but even then, I'm walking 3 trails today, so I don't think it's going to be a problem for me. I've actually been, you know, training for this and practicing for this, including Stairmaster, uh, compound kettlebell movements, stuff like that. And then, of course, I've made sure that my bag there is roughly about 30 pounds during these walks, so it'll help me out here. With all that being said, I'm going to eat some lunch, and I'll catch you guys later. Take it easy. Hey, I'm back. This is Rob. I'm back with my channel here. And I think I'm almost near the end of the trail. I'll find out here. But this is the waterfall I was talking about. Possibly this waterfall is why it's called Beaver Trail, but not really bad at all. Kind of nice. I just wanted to show this waterfall feature here. There's a little walking space down there. At least I think it's a walking space. I think that's a trail. I think that's a bridge over there, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna go over there and find out. But I think I'm close to the end of the trail here. I'll definitely find out, and I'll do a follow-up trail report after this video. Take it easy. Hey, this is Rob. I'm back following up with my trail report for Beaver Park Trail in Pocahontas Park. All in all, it wasn't a bad trail. I kind of got a little bit lost, and I got on the trail sort of a little way through, and then I walked through some lower marshlands, and then I walked through some hills, and then I came back around and saw the waterfall. It's actually pretty good. All in all, it took me about an hour and a half of just straight walking to get through it. The looking at the lake is really nice. If I didn't have two other locations I'm trying to make today, I probably would have stopped and just looked at the water for a couple of hours because it was just serene and calm. Definitely a great trail for kids. Definitely a great trail for fishing. Great trail for hiking. Great trail if you just kind of want to get away from it for a little while. It's definitely the place to be. It did take me some time to actually find the area that's in. So when you come in through the visitor center, you have to drive a ways down to a secondary visitor center, and then there they have more information, and they directed me on how to find the trail. And I just ended up walking along the trail by mistake on another trail, and then I looked at the map, and some other folks helped me get back onto the right trail. I'm definitely gonna put all this on my channel. I'm also gonna put all the pictures on Facebook. I was shocked to learn Franklin D. Roosevelt. He put together a jobs program back in the 1920s and 1930s called the Civilian Conservation Corps. And I'll just read a little excerpt here. In its 9 years, the CCC employed more than 3 million men and left an undeniable imprint on the nation's landscape. The CCC built more than 40,000 bridges, planted 2 billion trees, restored nearly 4,000 historical sites and structures, improved thousands of beaches, roads, and shorelines, and created 800 state parks, including 6 in Virginia. And I was in there, and I read some of the stuff. I actually looked at the diaries, and I saw the dates that are dated March 17th, 1927, 1937, during its time there. I was actually kind of shocked because this is like 1910s through like the 1940s is not an era, as far as I know, where reading and writing was widely spread out, or at least not a lot of people can do that. And then during that era, like in the 1920s and 30s, the Dust Bowl was going on as well. So they took a lot of these guys in, and the people who were working there, the volunteers, told me that the majority of them graduated up to 8th grade, which I actually thought was better than they could get for that time. I was kind of surprised. So a lot of these guys graduated up to 8th grade. They taught them job skills, taught them how to bake, taught them obviously how to write and write good. It was kind of run like a military, so a lot of structure there. We don't really have anything like that today. At least I'm not aware of anything like that. Actually, I've met a lot of people in my time, and most of the people I've met from my area were like homeless and stuff like that. Some of them actually worked full time, but they still couldn't afford to live in the Seattle area, so it's kind of tough to live there, because that area you got to be making at least $100,000 to even have a chance at a decent apartment, and then maybe save for 10 or 12 years and buy a house if you're lucky. That's if you're lucky. But I was really impressed by this Civilian Conservation Corps concept, and a lot of the things I was looking at are things that aren't even taught today. Like, not only did they teach them to write, they taught them to write in cursive, but they also taught them to journal correctly. So it started out with their title, date and time, weather conditions, which I thought was actually interesting. Definitely a way of going back into the past. What happened that day? Who did what? How many men did what? Finishing off with if there was any equipment broken or working. I thought that was actually really smart. So it could be these were notes that other groups of men and women who were working came in and had to read this just to determine what happened the last day. So I thought that was actually pretty good journaling, a pretty good case study in journaling and how to do it correctly. I'm probably going to follow that because I'm definitely going to journal out my time here at this park and the other parks that I'm trying to get to if I can make it today. Well, the last park, Texas Beach, that's like a 4.5 hour trek, so I'll definitely see when I get there. I've got another hike in front of me here called the Belle Isle Trail here, so I gotta get going and find that one. But before I do anything, I gotta get something to eat. It was definitely a long hike, so I'll talk to you guys later.